All right, it looks like we have gone live. So let us transition. Anybody that still has the stream up, y'all tell me how it looks.
Looks really good to me.
Awesome. So hello everybody this evening. My name's Hewitt. I am one of the DMs at Team Bonus Action and will be the DM for tonight's session, which is known as Frozen Vaults, Episode 1, The Bitter Road. The reason we are playing tonight and the rest of this weekend is a charity stream to donate to Batson's Children's Medical Center in Jackson. They are some of the best pediatrics care that I've ever witnessed. We've had my wife and I have had to take our son there more than once, and I cannot speak more positively, at least of their neurology department. They are wonderful. They keep doing good work. They treat over 150,000 children a year, and they definitely deserve everyone's support. With that, I'd like to, open up the floor to the players for the evening.
I'll go ahead and go. I am playing Asariah. He is a goblin warlock, and he has 2 donkeys and a cart. One named Eeyore, one named Benjamin, and he's got a little rat familiar named Mike.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily. There are actually 2 Emilys in this game, but I'm the Emily playing the halfling Esmeralda, who is a cleric of trickery and a folk hero, beloved by the countrymen.
So perfect for you. I am the other Emily. I am also known as Frey on Team Bonus Action. And today I am playing an Earth Genasi, Hexblade Warlock, named what? I think Opal.
Hello everyone, I am Claire, also known as the Orvai, and I am playing the Turtle Paladin, Aku, who formerly was a sailor, and now he has to deal with this stupid cold weather. He's not.
Aku.
My name is Michaela, and I am going to be playing Ember, a Fire Genasi Barbarian who has anger problems.
Howdy, I'm Devin. I'll be playing Hex, the Bounty Hunter, Ranger, with my wolf pal, Tala.
All right. And again, for anybody that's watching, this is a charity stream. We'll post up the link somewhere. Again, but you can make donations to Batson's through the Facebook fundraiser that Claire set up. And any donations are greatly appreciated. And with that, I think it's time to get started.
I just imagine you trying to do the Matt Mercer eyebrow.
I can't do the Matt Mercer eyebrow.
I know. I've seen you try. You don't have the same eyebrow.
Nor the same majestic hair. Anyway.
Nobody does.
Anyway, so you find yourselves in the small, muddy, bitterly cold streets of Shadycreek Run, just north of the Dwendalian Empire. It's home to ne'er-do-wells, thieves, cut purses, artifact hunters, and it's pretty much run by 4 different mob families. If you need to lay low because you did something wrong to the south in the Empire, you come here. Because the Empire doesn't. Because north of Shadycreek Run is the Savalierwood, a deep, dark, tainted, cursed wood that keeps the superstitious of the Empire at bay and south of the Quanah Breach. Now, you all have a contact up here, and if you would like to look underneath NPCs, he should be available underneath Shadycreek Run for you. But a man by the name of Left Foot Lenny. And he sent you a pretty decent contract. 300 gold, travel expenses to be paid on arrival in Palebank. For 1 week, 300 gold, it's some of the easiest money you'll ever make. You just have to escort one wagon. And he wanted y'all to meet him at, let's see, the Cloverfield Tavern, which is off of Clover Square, which is on Clover Street. A lot of Clover names in Shadycreek Run, is what you noticed. Like somebody just noticed a clover patch and just named everything after it. But he asked you to meet him around noon at the clover patch.
All right. I guess, are we in a town right now?
Yes, sorry, Cloverfield. And I will move y'all. Does everybody see the map?
Yeah.
We are there.
Well, it is not wanting to cooperate. There you go. Now, Shadycreek Run is not a small settlement, but you wouldn't really call it a proper city. Not because the 14,000 inhabitants doesn't give it the population to be an actual city. It's more that this was not planned. Nothing in this city was planned. There are shanties next to well-to-do buildings. The roads are narrow and muddy, and just a creek runs through the dead center, dividing the town into a north and southern edge. Nothing is paved. It's muddy. It's cold. It looks like you might get sleep before the day ends. And I believe that Asariah was saying something.
So, am I looking at this map right? Is this smoke or is this trees?
Those are trees. The city kind of just starts melding into the Savalierwood itself.
Guess I'm gonna try to myself while I don't know what everybody else likes to do, but I kind of like to just maybe find a place to put my cart and everything safely. You know, just for while we're here, when we make contact.
Okay, so you find a place to tie up your mules. Or do you have mules or donkeys?
It's donkeys. It's fine.
Okay, so you tie up your donkeys, you get your cart. You notice, and it's not hard ever to notice that there's a couple folks eyeing your cart.
I bear a thing at the.
Give me an intimidation roll. The halfling, the dwarf, and the tiefling that were looking at your cart just scatter. Like, you're like, oh god, that dentition is scary, and they just flee. You hear one of them, why are there so many teeth? So I apologize, go ahead.
Hex would like to do something similar. He'd like to put his sled somewhere safe.
Okay, oddly enough, it looks like the only hitching post in front of this place has already got 2 donkeys and a cart by it, but you could probably tie your familiar and your sled to it.
Alright. Guard.
wolf just nods after saying bat. So you're tied up. Your wolf's going to guard. Asariah, were you walking into the tavern after you scared the would-be thieves away?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So what is your passive perception, Hex?
13.
13? It's
My passive perception 16.
16. You definitely notice the finer dressed goblin walking into the establishment ahead of you that had scared off some probably just random, regular, run-of-the-mill street thugs. Okay. I assume you're going to enter the tavern as well?
Yes. That's the Cloverfield Tavern, huh?
Yes, Cloverfield Tavern. How does everyone else arrive here at the tavern?
Esmeralda is just whistling and minding her own merry business and walking on over to the tavern. Not a care in the world.
Opal probably goes in with a hood up, trying not to cause too many people to notice her going.
Ember sees somebody similar to her and also has her hood up, but is grumbling about being soggy as she enters into the tavern.
Akko is nearly identical to Ember in that he's hunched over to Heck and his hood's pulled over and he is shivering and slowly making his way into the tavern, trying to avoid getting any snow on him if he does not like the cold. He's mostly just aiming for warmth at this point, not so much his end goal.
Poor guy.
Okay, so y'all get in. You get into the tavern. It's a decent size. I mean, especially for a town the size of Shadycreek Run, this is a decent-sized tavern. What differentiates it from the opium dens and other dive bars that are scattered throughout the entirety of the city is that this one's clean. It actually has booths with leather-lined horsehair stuffed seats. The wooden tables are not broken and show signs of multiple repairs. But the other thing all of you notice is that nobody's in here except for Left Foot Lenny sitting at the large table near the bar.
I go and greet with Lenny, shake his hand and all.
As you get over to him, Asariah, he goes, "Oh, sorry, I'd stand if I could," and points down to the stump that is his left leg and just holds a hand up. "It's good to see you, Asariah. Good to see you. I'm hoping business has been well for you."
And I've made a little money on the way up, but not as much as I'd like. I'm looking forward to working.
Good. By the way, do you still sell those digestive aids that you used to make?
Oh, yeah.
Put me down for 2 the next time you make a batch.
I'll definitely bring them to you next time I see you.
Learn that a displacer roast is not a good thing to eat at all.
Well, that should just be
Potato.
Esmeralda goes up and is like, "Hiya, Lenny. How you doing? How's the wife and kids?"
You know I don't have them. They left me.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, that's awkward. I can promise you, they didn't come to me. I can make that promise to you as a friend. But I have nothing to do with that.
I understand that. I know that. You only go for noble women, as I recall, is your reputation, and why you can't go back south.
Dang.
Listen, we all have our weakness, and mine just happens to be married ladies in very pretty dresses.
my god. I love this already.
He just nods. I can understand that one. My weakness is mostly a dagger in the back. But anyway, grab a seat, grab a seat. I'll have food brought out and drinks. You, if I remember, Asariah, is it wine you like, or is it mulled cider?
It's definitely mulled cider. Good man.
All right, I'll get you one of those. A big glass or big glass? Yes. Everyone else, sit down. Hex, watch out. I know that you're. Oh, you got a new eye. That's new. Any case, grab a seat. I have a great job to mention to you. Easy money.
Opal sits down in his seat, kind of leans back in the chair and props one foot against the edge of the table.
Don't do that. This is mahogany.
Well, then it can stand up to it, can it?
You're still as uncouth as ever.
Aku shuffles over, and is there a seat? I'm assuming that's closer to like a fireplace.
Yes, there is.
Okay, I can be like.
You could just sit next to me. I'm warm.
She is fiery.
Aku's gonna think it over for a second. Look at the seat. Look at her. Now I'm good about the fire. And just shuffle over.
It's because I'm not married. Right? It's because I'm not married.
Different character.
Aku's just gonna look down at his feet and sit down and just shake his head and be like, I don't want to get into
So sorry.
Well, very quickly, two servers bring out a whole roasted hog, multiple steamed and boiled root vegetable meal dishes, a couple of fancier affairs that look almost like a cake, but when you touch it, you realize it's actually meat that has been shaped into a form, almost as if it was a loaf or a ring with decorative ridges.
It's a meat cake.
It's a meat cake.
That's weird.
And everyone has drinks placed before them. And Lenny looks at you. Well, here's the deal. And I promise you, this one is 90% above the table, which is unusual. It's a job for the Traven family. You all know them, right?
There's a little bit.
The Traven family is one of the four that run the city here. They mostly deal in antiquities. They got a lot of contacts down south with the Cerberus Assembly and with other members of the Empire. Some of the, rich muckety-mucks down there. They always want lost ancient technology, ancient artifacts, magical nonsense that can be found north of here like crazy. Well, they came to me and wanted me to be a contractor for them. Find them some good folks because they got a couple of these little wizard kids. They came from one of the academies down there. I can't remember the name of it. Soltryce Academy, something, Solus, something, just a couple of wizard kids. And they got a wagon and a couple of little armored guards. And they got to get up the Palebank, all the way up there north of Uthadarn. So they got to go through the woods because it's going to take them almost a month by boat in the weather we got right now. The water's freezing. So I said I'd find some people. They promised they'd pay all of you 300 gold, plus anything you spend right now on travel expenses when you get up the Palebank. You just got to talk to Levy. Y'all remember Levy the gnome used to keep all the books for me?
Cool.
I think I might have thrown a dart at him one time.
You just see Lenny look right at you, Esmeralda. Yeah, I wouldn't mention that with him. He still doesn't have feeling in that part of his scalp. But it was funny as hell. any case, are you interested?
And you said 90% above the table?
90% above the table.
Because I don't remember you being good with statistics.
The reason I'm saying 90% above the table is I'm sure there's something they haven't told us. They're in Shadycreek Run. I'm giving you everything that I've been told. I like y'all. I'm not going to try to screw you over. Not like my brother Reggie.
What kind of feeling do you get from these guys? Feel like they're being honest?
Yeah, but I also think that that wizard school sent some, their upper year students. Sent them up here. They don't know what they're doing. They want to make sure that they don't kill them, because I'm pretty sure if you can go to a wizard school, you got some rich parents. And rich parents don't like losing the kids.
Alright. I'll do it. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm fine.
Well, you can sign me up, Liddy.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I guess I'll go, but I don't like being wet. I need to dry off.
I guess I can manage, as long as we have enough supplies for fire.
We got one looks like they could be on fire, so.
All right. Well, I'll contact the trading family. They're going to be leaving tomorrow morning, so if there's anything you want to get here in town, anything that you need to purchase or procure, because, some of you all have been up in the Savalierwood before. Sometimes it's fine, other times you find something twisted and tainted. Just don't breathe the purple mist, and don't listen to the guy who keeps trying to sell tea over at the graveyard. That's just creepy.
What's the tea made of?
I'm assuming dead people. What else has he got in the graveyard?
That's just wrong. That's just wrong on so many levels.
It's actually plants that only grow in the graveyard. Could I do a roll to see, like, maybe if there's something that I think I might need prepared?
Yeah, roll an intelligence check. You're thinking that you probably need rations or, maybe a tent. You got a cart, but, it's only so comfortable to sleep in or under a cart after a while.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'm gonna ask, hey Lenny, where's the place we can hole up for the night? Can we hole up here? Is there rooms here, or is there a place you can have?
I can get you some rooms here tonight for a pretty good discount.
All right.
Provided y'all don't mind sharing rooms. There's not a whole lot right now.
I don't take up much space. So as long as it's not a closet, we'll be all right.
I don't mind.
I'm fine.
New friends.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, you see Lenny push himself up from the table and swing a leg out. And even though he's missing his left leg from the knee down, he's walking as if it was normal. And he walks back to the back room for a couple minutes, and he comes back and puts down 4 keys. All right, I got you 4 rooms, 2 silver for the lot of everybody. I'd front you the 2 silver, but I've already paid for your whole meal.
All I have is gold pieces. Can you give me change?
I don't own this place. I just like to eat here.
Well, who do we talk to about paying for the rooms then?
The tiefling fella that's back there. It's just I got you a good deal. He was going to charge y'all 2 gold a night. Each.
Well, discount's always good then.
All right. We'll go. I'll go ahead and throw in my share.
Sounds good.
All right, well, you need to meet those two young wizards over in the front of the Travens home. That's there's one road named after the family. If you follow it far enough, you're going to find their estate.
All right.
When do we need to meet them?
Early tomorrow. I mean, they're students. They're not going to get up at daybreak. So maybe by, he looks at his wrist. Oh, yeah, I lost that. That was a really neat device I got. I found a device that actually allows you to tell time.
Bullshit.
Yep. Anyway, probably right after breakfast would be a good idea to make your way over there.
Alrighty. Meet the eggheads after breakfast. Got it.
All right. I'm gonna run out real quick and just get you some basic supplies for the trip. Rations. Probably enough rations for my animals too.
I'm actually gonna go up to Ember. Just kind of walk up. Whereabouts you from? We don't see people like us around here, man.
I like to be in the desert areas. I tend to explode a little bit when I get angry, so it's best to be somewhere where there's not a lot of people.
You're the first Genasi I've seen in quite a while. We're a little bit of a rarity around here.
Well, at least then I won't have to worry about not being able to ever find you.
I'm hard to miss, I will say that. Makes things difficult sometimes.
You and me both.
I'm not quite as shiny as you, but, well, in certain light I am.
Only thing I have that's shiny is my hair. And a lot of people try to say that I have snakes for hair because when I get mad, it moves around a little bit.
Well, that's just the fire in you. See, me, she holds up her arm kind of in the firelight, and her skin's kind of this, like when the light hits it right, it kind of is almost an opalescent color on it. Yeah, if I don't be careful about where I'm standing in the light, I get a little shiny. Not a good look to have when you don't want to draw attention.
Okay, so what is the party doing? You have rooms, and you know that tomorrow you need to be ready to go.
Hex is going to go out and find some rare herbs and food for his wolf.
Okay, so you're going shopping. Asariah, what were you doing?
I was going shopping.
Okay, Azariah's going shopping. Are y'all going to go shopping together or stay separate?
I'll go with.
Yeah, I go with you, little fella.
I need a. Go ahead.
Oh, Esmeralda was also going to go shopping, so she can join y'all.
Okay. Ember and Opal?
Opal probably hang around, finish a drink, and she'd probably pick up one of the keys, say, I'm going to bed, I'll leave the door unlocked for anyone else who wants to share. Then she goes.
Could, dry goods be bought from the inn?
You could talk to the proprietor to see if you might be able to buy dry goods.
Or would there be a more reasonable place to buy, dried food?
There might be some other places like a grocer or something that would probably be a little bit better because you're pretty sure the hotel's going to charging everyone 1 gold a night to stay in this inn or this tavern. You would know that was a price gouge.
That's fair. Sorry, really bad thunder. I had to not hold the button down for a second. Actually, Aku is going to go ahead and barter, because Aku don't want to go out again, so he's going to walk over to the innkeeper counter and, alright, I just need some dry goods, like dried fruits, dried meats, maybe some nuts. Got a burlap sack of some, or just anything that I could get, maybe, that I could take with me.
You see the tiefling turn around, and he's, most of the tiefling you've met in the past like to dress a little flamboyant and decorate their horns. This guy is if beige decided to be a humanoid. Like, very plain outfit, no ostentatious ornamentation on anything. Looks at you. You want to try to buy something. I thought turtles only ate lettuce.
You know, I lived on that a while, but when you're on the open sea, about the only fresh stuff, seaweed, don't got a taste for it. So I started eating the dried goods, the berries, the meats. Ain't that bad.
How much you need?
Let me think. Out of character, did we get any idea about how long it's going to be?
It's about a week to Palebank.
About a week, okay. About a week. I can forage some. Let's do. He takes out his talent and kind of counts 3, 4. One big bag, flour sack size, miscellaneous. I think it'll do. Not picky.
All right, so how much did you put down on the table?
He'll place down our normal rations, like, is it a cup or 2 cup or?
Yep. Something around that.
Let's do, since they're going to mark it up, he'll do 20 silver out of his.
Okay. The tiefling just nods, and almost before you can try to turn around, there's a sack on the table.
Thank you. And he's going to take it and swing it up over.
Welcome.
Is Opal already up the stairs at this point, or was Opal maybe turning at that time?
Opal probably wouldn't be upstairs at this point. She was probably going to hang around downstairs for a little while.
Gotcha. In that case, Aku's going to come back to the table next to you and just drop the sack down next to him, because he's got a little bit of his warm mold ale left. Just sit down. Gonna take a break. Warm up. That sounds good, though. I'll go up with you. If that's okay.
Works for me. What's the turtle doing up here so far to the north?
Don't like it. My ship went down. Was on that ship for 2 decades. It was a nice ship. Best friends. Good times. Money not there anymore, though, so I came inland. Against my better judgment. Came to Cold Land.
Well, there's always new opportunities out here. Some, yeah, as Lenny put it, more above the table than others. But you seem to be a little bit like me and the fiery girl. Stick out a little bit.
Very true. A little bit. I have a big cape and can cover myself up. Doesn't help a lot. He looks down at his feet that are very obviously just straight up tortoise legs sticking out from out the table. Don't blame
She holds up her arm again to show the like kind of the opalescent look. Like, yeah, I know how that goes. Kind of isn't so bad when it's so cold, but when it gets warmer and you gotta dress head to foot, sometimes it gets a little much.
Opposite problem, but I understand.
Now, did Ember go shopping, or did she stay with Aku and Opal?
Ember stayed with Aku and she's just grumbling, listening to the two talk and mumbling something under her breath about soggy socks.
Just terrible. All right, so for our group shopping, what all are y'all looking for? Herbs and food for the dog, camping supplies and rations.
Camping supplies mostly, yeah.
That dog's got a name. Her name is Tala.
Do not insult the dog.
A Tarrasque comes by, eats the wolf, and leaves.
Damn wandering Tarrasques.
Camping over, everybody dies.
I didn't even get to insult any straight guys.
Okay, so
We know you. You'll get your chance. Don't worry.
there's a couple different stores that are near the tavern. As you're going through, there's Barry's Wares, and it's spelled Bear-E Wares. A place just known as Sutler's, and then totally legitimate business, not a front for goblins selling poison.
I definitely want to go to totally legitimate business.
I'll tag along.
Why the hell not? Let's go.
Okay, y'all walk in. It is a very, again, this is almost like right across the street from the Cloverfield. It's a very clean establishment. And when you get in, there's 5 goblins all wearing very, very nice, stylish tunics with a little symbol of the Mordoon family. And first one, yes, how can I help you? We have many new wares into the store today.
We're going on an expedition and we need supplies.
Ah, so where's the expedition? Are you going up creek, down creek?
Up shit streets, my friend.
Ah, so you're going up the creek. So let me bring you over here. And you just see him move over to a shelf with it's a cased shelf that has a glass door with a lock in front of it. You can see inside are multiple vials. If you're going up creek, then you might want some of these lovely ones right here.
What do these lovely ones do?
Well, that one will cure dysentery. That one will cause dysentery. This one will cure giant spider venom. This one, that's flammable. This one, that's actually a cure potion. I don't know how I got into that case. It shouldn't be here. There's a special section for those. Oh, hello, Mr. Asariah. We've bought from you before.
That's right.
Oh, and this one right here, this is a special oil that you can put on your crossbow. Makes the string not loud at all. Just won't even hear a twang.
Ooh, I have a crossbow. I want that.
I'd take one of them too, right there.
All right, there are 100 gold a vial.
I don't know if I want that.
Can I inspect it?
How long would it last?
It's about 24 hours. I mean, why else would you need a silent crossbow for that long?
Do you have any, food or sleeping bags,
You'll find sleeping bags and mats.
supplies?
You'll find most of that at the Sutler, but we do have potions. If you look over at that case, and there's a similar case across the store around a couple little tables with decorative knickknacks on it, that just says actual healing potions. But you're noticing that next to everywhere you see the word actual, there's a TM next to it.
Huh. Okay. Do you guys want to go check out another store, maybe? Just, see all all of our options before we buy anything?
I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to tell him in Goblin he came on a little strong.
He shrugs, and in Goblin just says back, well, not everyone's good at business.
No, I think you'll be okay. It's just, you know. So where do you want to go? I'm just tagging along. I'm really just looking to get stuff for supplies.
Okay, so the two other stores that you saw nearby were Barry's Wares and Sutler's.
Y'all want to check out Barry's?
I'm game.
Sure. Hopefully they sell more than just potions.
I appreciate it, partners, but we're going to head on out of here.
As y'all are leaving, all the goblins in unison just say, bye, please come again, have a wonderful time. Like, it's very disturbing hearing that many in unison voices that shrill. Probably for everybody but Asariah.
I'm cool with it.
Okay, so are y'all going to Barry's Wares that's down the street?
Yeah.
Okay, I need what's everybody's passive perception?
X has got a 16.
13.
For Esmeralda, it should be down below your ability attribute or your abilities on the character sheet.
I'm sorry, I don't see it.
It's your passive, please.
13.
13. Okay, so Asariah and Esmeralda, you don't notice it, but Hex, you notice that group that got scared off by the goblin before seems to have come back with maybe a couple more guys. They're keeping their distance and they're trying to be chalant about it, but they are so not good at this. You know, it's like when all of a sudden 6 dudes come stumbling out of an alley and all back up in it. Everybody knows what's up.
Don't look now, guys, but we'll be entailed. I don't reckon they'll do anything that look like a bunch of chicken shits, but keep an eye.
I smiled at him earlier and then ran away.
It has been like 12 hours since I got into a fight.
Well, let's not go looking for trouble with Missy. I don't think that's a good idea right now.
I don't look for trouble, it just seems to find me.
So, are y'all going into Barry's, or are you still like just staring at the guys who are like that are totally ineffectively not staring at you?
I go with Barry.
Yeah, I'm heading to Barry's as well.
Barry's.
See, as you walk into Barry's, it's not as fine an establishment as the previous one you had just come from, but it is very much a clothing store. It looks like there's some camp goods, but what you notice before anything else is that putting items up on a tall shelf is a full-grown grizzly bear that's wearing a little red vest and a top hat.
What in tarnations?
Oh, customers, hello! I'm Lord Barrington. Welcome to my store.
Oh my god.
Hello, Lord Barrington. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very fine for finding myself in a town like this, ever since I was run out of the Empire, but, you know, tomato, tomato. How can I help you?
We're going on an expedition. We could use some supplies. And by the way, I hate to ask this, but do you have a cousin named Snuggles?
Yes, we're estranged at the moment.
Oh, okay, cool. I definitely didn't get involved with a bank heist with him back in the day.
That is oddly specific, but good to know. So, which direction? Where are you going on an expedition to? The Savalierwood, or are you going down into the Empire?
We're heading to Stolenham Wood.
Okay. Well, look over this way. I do have some. I do have some rations. I do have some camping gear. If you need anything above just clothing and more or less trail mix, though, you might need to go next door to Sutlers. They have a bit more of the equipment, but I have a much better selection of clothing for traveling in this weather that we're having now.
You wouldn't happen to have any cold weather gear, would you?
I do. It's 5 silver a set. Well, 3 silver for the smaller individuals.
All right, Lord Barrington, I'd like to take one set of cold weather clothes, please.
All right. And he claps, and you see another 2 little bears wearing similar vests come out and pick something off of a shelf and go and put it on the counter at the back of the store.
Now, how much you say that was again, my friend?
5 silver.
All right, so I hand him a gold.
He reaches into his vest, pulls out a little coin purse on a chain, pops it open, and hands you 5 silver back.
Appreciate it, my friend.
All right, I'll have them get it for you. I thought you might have some continued shopping. And there comes the rain.
It's been raining. I tried to let the dog out. He was like, nope.
For once, we actually have the same weather, because it's actually raining and storming up here. For the first time in like a month.
Okay. So, are the other members in the party that are at the store going to buy some cold weather gear?
Definitely.
Okay. For Esmeralda and Asariah, since you are smaller because you're a halfling and a goblin, it is 3 silver for the cold weather gear.
Okie dokie.
I pay the man, and I also get a little pouch for Michael. Maybe keep it warm.
A little belt pouch would be about 2 copper.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like a super great one, but I mean, it's better than anything else. Okay, so you have your parcels wrapped up and tied up together. Is there anything else you would like to get in the store, or would you like to try Sutlers?
I'd like to head over to Sutlers.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Esmeralda, are you going with them, or are you going to go have trouble find you? Oh, did we lose Esmeralda?
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
Saying, are you going to go with them to Sutlers, or are you going to have trouble find you?
I'm going to Sutlers. I still need to buy food for the trip.
Okay. You get, as you enter in the Sutlers, it looks more like a large open warehouse. It's a 2-story building. There's a set of galleries that run the full length of this warehouse on either side with shelves up there, and it looks like a very, very steep set of stairs or a very, very odd ladder that goes up to the upper level. Inside, you see a grumpy, old-looking human with a couple of, well, you actually see 2 half-elves and a half-orc that are in there, and he's just kind of yelling at them to get back to work.
Howdy, friends.
What? Did that come through?
The party was startled this time. If it was that one loud noise.
The older human just turns around. He's on a cane. He has a horn in one hand. What do you want?
Hey there, old timer. Would y'all happen to have any rare herbs and some?
What?
I had said, hey there, old timer. Would y'all happen to have any rare herbs and some?
What? You see one of the female half elves come over. Grandpa, go sit down. Grandpa, I got him. Go sit down. What? No, I'm still working. I'm fit as a fiddle. Eventually, she hands him a cup of bread pudding, and he sits down by the counter. The whole time, he's just grumbling something to himself, but eating the bread pudding.
That was certainly something.
Yes, my grandfather definitely is family working for him is the only people that are going to stay. How can I help you?
Yeah, partner, I'd like, would y'all happen to have any rare herbs and such?
Being that they're rare, no, but we do have regular herbs. I mean, we have like lavender, rosemary, sage, star anise, so all the normal herbs that you would find in this neck of Wildemount. If you're talking about rare herbs, I can't get you allspice or night willow. Those grow much further south.
Is there an alchemist shop somewhere in this damn town?
Used to be, and then it blew up. And then Mr. Asariah showed up, and he's been taking care of a lot of that for us.
Yeah, my card is actually like, so if you need something, I can try to brew it for you. We can go look and see if I have it.
Alright, partners.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and I need some supplies for my donkeys. Maybe a little grain for my oh, I guess I don't need it for that. But some food, just for a trip. I'd say what?
Yeah, I'll also do it for a week.
Okay, so feed for your donkeys. Let's see, that would be... How many donkeys do you have? 2.
As a quick update, we have hit our goal for our donation already.
All right.
I was just about to say.
That's awesome.
Thank you for everyone that's donated.
I think the person who might have put it over was LeBlanc.
Yay, LeBlanc.
Freki the jolly good fella.
And also, Topher actually donated during our stream as well. He donated about 20 minutes ago, so both of them just pushed us up to them.
Thank you.
On this goal, but keep it coming. That's awesome. Yay! That is way better than what we did the 24 hour.
Maybe we should have been tired this.
What'd you say?
So maybe we should have aimed higher this time.
I mean,
Over 9,000!
For the feed for...
coming though, people. We can go over that goal. That's awesome.
Awesome. The half-elf woman looks through her ledger. So feed for a week for 2 donkeys would be about 10 gold.
That's no problem. And, I'll pay her. And I tell her I'm staying at the Cloverfield. They can just bring it by the morning. No rush.
That's fine. Rations are 5 silver a day. So you need about, well, it's going to take you about 7 days if you don't run into any trouble.
Go ahead and give me 2 weeks, 14 days worth.
All right, so that'll be 7 gold.
I'll pay the man. Or woman.
Okay.
I also want to buy 2 weeks of rations.
Okay, that'll be 7 gold.
Here you go.
I need some dried meat, my friend.
That's in the rations. Do you want to do as your companions have and get 2 weeks worth?
No, I just need just one load of dried meat.
7 gold.
You got it.
And you will literally just be given multiple bags of jerky. It's like literally what I think what just happened is Hex went up to the register and just slid the whole thing of like Jack Link's beef jerky in the box over to the register.
Give me all your meat potato. Give me all your bacon and potato. Bacon and eggs. All your bacon and eggs.
I don't think you heard me right, son. I know what I'm about.
I think what you heard me say was, I would like a lot of bacon and eggs. I want all of your bacon and eggs.
See, is there anything else you would like to purchase while you're in Sutlers? You can get anything that's in the player's handbook under adventuring gear at price.
Give me just a second.
I'm good.
It is really coming down out there right now.
Can I get a fire flask of alchemist fire?
I believe that is 50 gold. They have a couple. They're older, not as fresh.
Okay, I'm still gonna go ahead and buy it.
Okay.
Just one.
All right. Are y'all?
Let me get a tent. What are your tent options here?
We have a 2-person. That's about 2 gold. We also have I believe it's called a yurt. There was a group of orcs that came through not so long ago, and they sold us one of their old tents. They had a run-in with a dragon, so they didn't have as many members, so they didn't need as many tents. So that would be about 10 gold. It sleeps about 8.
What do you guys think? Should we just get tents for a yurt for everybody, or?
All the yurts.
I recommend a tent. That way, when it gets cold, we can all cuddle up together, kind of spread the warmth.
Alright, I should have room on my card. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the yurt.
Okay, and when you buy the yurt, they give you an extra 50 foot of rope and a dozen, and I'm going to mispronounce this, and Emily's going to laugh at me, pitons.
It's just pittance.
Pittance.
Like kittens.
It's just 12 kittens in a bag handed to you. But they give you the spikes and the ropes to put the tent up.
I'm gonna look at Hex and be like, hey, I'm not exactly the strongest, but he's actually a little crippled. Like, he's got the strong arm from the Scary Movie. His left arm really doesn't work that well. Would you mind carrying this back?
I reckon so. I ain't the strongest either, but my years have started catching up to me. But yeah, I'll help you out.
Appreciate it. All right, y'all ready to head back?
Okie dokie. Let's do it.
All right. On the way out, I'm going to start looking for those cuffs, those studs.
Okay. What you notice when you get outside is a couple of them are on the far side of the street, all looking back at the hotel in shock.
Okay, I'm going to look at what they're looking at.
As you look down there, you see that two of the toughs are grabbing onto the dwarf, whose arm is in Tala's mouth, and Tala is shaking her head back and forth. You just hear one of them, "By Mordain's shaven beard, let him go!"
Good girl, Carter. Good girl. Whoever lays a hand on that damn dog there will die.
That damn dog there.
So, I mean, they're still trying to pull the dwarf away from your wolf.
Tyler, release.
Let's go. They fall down in the mud. The dwarf is missing a couple fingers. Just,
Did you learn your lesson there, fella?
he didn't lose the most important one, though, and he just holds it up at you as he runs off with the rest of his group.
All right. Hold on.
I go over to Tala, good girl, and I give her a one of my dried meats.
She spits up a finger and then eats the meat.
You know, I think I'm gonna like your wolf.
I'm also going to give Tala a piece of jerky for my rat. But she probably saved my card, too.
The wolf is now having the best day ever. It's double jerky day.
We'll go ahead and tie everything down. Hex, what were you looking for? You said rare earth. Is there anything I'm thinking?
Out of character, I do not know. For my Beastmaster ability to summon my animal spirit back to the body of my beast, I need 25 gold worth of rare herbs and fine food. So I don't know what kind of rare herbs that would be.
Well, I spent 200 gold of what we had on just like alchemy supplies. So I assume I'd have it. DM.
You probably would.
All right, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, it's fine.
We'll go ahead and sell it for at a slight discount. They give you the 25 herbs for 20 gold.
I appreciate it there, friend.
So is everyone going to enter into the tavern and spend the night?
Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and cast ritual alarm as a ritual around my cart, the donkey, and his sled.
All right. So you put the wire down and cast the spell?
That's right.
All right. So you basically go whoop, whoop, as you go inside. And it's all locked down, it seems.
Tyler, keep a lookout on this here cart and my sled for me, sweetheart.
Wow. would the party members that stayed in the inn have gone to sleep by this point, or would you have waited for everybody to get back?
How long were they gone?
At most, maybe an hour and a half.
Opal probably would have already gone.
Yeah, I think Aku probably would have gone up as well. He may have had like one more like mulled ale or something, but he went on up after.
Definitely went to bed after warmed up.
All right, so let's see something I got to roll. Y'all sleep through the night perfectly fine. Nothing occurs. So the sun comes up. It's another gray, bleary, sleety day. What does the party wish to do?
I think we ought to go check on them eggheads and see what's going on.
Might as well, because Lenny mentioned they're not the type to get up early.
Yeah, I reckon so.
I'm definitely gonna eat breakfast first. I need my breakfast first. I won't be cranky.
Well, let's avoid the hothead of one getting cranky. Always.
Something tells me we do not want to make her mad.
Breakfast!
Nice, pretty.
It is pretty much oatmeal. Just lots and lots of oatmeal.
It's food.
It's warm. That's good.
I've had worse things.
Do they have any coffee?
Not this far north. He has something that seems like it's kind of coffee, but it's definitely not from coffee beans. It's from a local root that's pretty dark and bitter, if you wish to drink it.
Yeah, why not?
Aku would like to try that too.
It is just a hot, bitter drink that's got a very earthy flavor to it.
I like this.
All right, so once you've all had breakfast and step outside, it seems to be a slight lull in the weather. The sleet has given way to a light snow. And shortly after you would start going down Clover Lane, you can see that there is a street called Traben. That starts leading you out into the loose kind of edges of the Savalierwood. Now the trees. You are having to meet the eggheads or the wizards over at the Traben estate. As you get out into the woods, these trees look like most of the trees that you have seen around. A mix of pine, a couple other hardier deciduous trees. But every so often you see that there's a purple moss hanging off of them. Or there's a slight odd perfume to the air. Not quite fully sweet, but it lingers whenever you smell it. And the further and further you get out until you get to a clearing that has a very large 2-story stone and wood built house, you can get why people are put at a little bit at unease with the Savalierwood. That things about it seem a little unnatural. Something just seems a little bit off.
This place is weird.
Definitely giving me the heebie-jeebies.
I'm gonna try to keep an eye out. Just see what's going on. Maybe if those guys are coming back for revenge.
Okay, give me a perception check. You don't notice anybody. I mean, you notice that, in fact, there's not even a lot of wildlife through here. But, I mean, you are not that far from a city. So if there were animals here, they might try to stay away from a well-traveled area. But in front of the Traven Estates gates, you see a very ornate carriage. Sitting atop it are 3 armored guards wearing the tabards of the Dwendalian Empire. They're not righteous brand. They're not the religious military of the Empire. They look like somebody paid some castle guards or city guards to escort a carriage. And you see 2 younger wizards, a half-orc that stands well over 6.5 feet tall, and a human that look like they're packing stuff up into a chest and pushing it into the carriage before locking it.
All right. I'm gonna wave at him and say, how you doing? Left-handed, left leg Lenny sent us.
The human turns to you. Who? We never met the Lenny.
Left foot.
Never met him. And you can see, like, it seems like he's thinking before he says anything to you. Like, maybe common isn't his first language. Just, we are here with the Traben family. Are you the escorts they promised?
Yeah, that's us.
I sigh loudly.
We are here to escort you.
The half-orc puts his hand on the human's shoulder. Just go on and get on your horse. I'll talk to him. Hi, that's Julian. I'm Elithan, but you can call me Eli. So you're the y'all the bodyguards, right?
That's correct.
Yes, that's us.
Well, I see that you got a cart with a couple of donkeys, and that's a dog sled. I'm guessing everybody else is walking?
My cart could probably carry at least one other person, maybe 2.
I'm very small.
I can walk. I might even be able to carry a small one, maybe. Well,
Now, that's going to slow us down, and he looks, because we were told we'd be moving as quickly through the woods as possible, but
We weren't told to get any mounts.
that's discrimination. So,
Yeah, tall guy.
Let's not start problems.
like, you see him look flustered for a second. What? I mean, they said they were going to get us some folks, said that they were going to explain everything to everybody. I mean, we can slow down, I guess, but I wanted to move as quick as possible, but okay. And he just gets on his horse. Y'all, they explained to you everything, right?
Maybe?
They gave us a gist that you are going somewhere, you need an escort, might be in danger. We look out for you, make sure you.
We're taking care of y'all till it gets a Palebank. That's about the gist of what we were told.
All right, so yeah, they explained it to you. Okay. They told us this road will take us to Palebank, but figuring one of you actually might know the way, because we don't.
Out of character, where was it to again?
The town of Palebank.
Would we know how to get there?
Yeah.
Give me a history or a survival check.
Oh man, that's like one of my only good skills. Dang!
The two people who probably aren't around here know where the hell we're going.
The 22 for Michaela was for Hex.
Yeah.
Okay. What about for Ember? Okay, so Opal and Hex, y'all been up the Palebank before. You know that any road north out of Shadycreek Run will generally take you towards Palebank, because after a while, any of these roads going out into the Savalierwood are just going to really turn into slightly traveled trails. So heading north is about the best thing you can do.
We head north. That's about the only way to go. Eventually.
We can get you there, no problem.
Is there a place to buy horses or mules? Because we could get those if needed.
I guess a livery? I don't... Like, he doesn't seem to know. This is not where he's from. And the guards just straight up don't care.
I mean, we were told we should get mounts, but, you know.
Aku's just going to stare at him and very slowly close his eyes and open them again.
Unless they got some here we can borrow.
You notice that there's nobody from the Treatment Estate near the gate.
The way I understand it, these folks wanted to leave today. Do we got time to go and fetch some horses and stuff?
Yeah, probably not.
Is their choice? Can go slow and walk, or go back now, but get.
And I mean no disrespect there, Aku, but would a horse even hold you?
No.
We could put him in the cart. It'd be fine.
Can we lift the cart and into the cart?
Here, how big is the...
It's a cart being pulled by two mules, so I'm assuming it's a decent-sized cart, not like... Let me look. You got a cart, not a wagon. Correct, Asariah?
That's right.
And I'm more worried about the cart physically breaking than the mule's ability to pull it. I think the only horse that I could even possibly have would be like a Shire or a Clydesdale, but even then I still don't think their backs are technically strong enough for them.
How much do you weigh, Aku?
A little over 400 pounds.
Yeah, you could not be pulled in the cart.
I didn't think so. Does Aku need to get, like, some sort of, old school roller skates or skateboard and just be pulled behind?
It's up to y'all. Y'all can go without horses, or you can go back and get horses. You're looking at two probably ill-informed college students, more or less, right now.
Yeah, I think we were trying to give them the option of which they would prefer first, as far as, like, do they want to take the time to go back?
They want to get out of here.
Yeah. But it's kind of a catch-22, because either we go back now and waste some time, but then make better time on the trail, or we're just stuck being slow on the trail.
But either way, one person out of the party is going to be walking, so we're still going to have to go slow-ish. Slow-ish.
We could always get a wagon, see.
We could do that. We could combine funds and I guess either probably upgrade might be cheaper depending on how much bigger it is, or we can just also get it. Which with 6 party members may not be a bad idea. 7? Wait, 6 because the 7th is full. I can walk. I
The
just
wagon.
don't want to slow down anyone.
If we're using like the, just out of character, if we're using like the cost, I have pulled up on Roll20 right here, it's only 35 gold. It's not much.
I can chip in on that.
But we can
Yeah,
do
let's go
that.
The weight, what is the weight for Aku again, though?
Over 400. Like 4...
We could get a carriage. The carriage is 600 pounds, but it's 100 gold.
You just get a metal wheelbarrow and just tie it up behind them.
We could do that.
Or I can just roll back on my shell and let it pull me, just scooting along the ground. Try that again.
We could just polish the shell, like super slick, and then tie you to the wagon. You just slide.
I mean, it would work, especially if we're in a snowy or icy area. Probably be rather uncomfortable, but not horribly so. I would need a dedicated horse or mule to pull me though.
Perhaps, I guess I should say, how slow can Aku walk? Like, what's your speed?
Gameplay mechanic wise, not actually that slow. I'm actually a 30-foot speed. It's just a matter of flavor, or canonically, do we want it to be like considered slower than other
Speed
animals?
It would definitely be slower than a carriage and or horses.
DM, do you know how big nets are in this game? Like the nets that are considered the weapon?
I figured a net would be able to fill a 5 by 5 foot square.
Could I just sit on a net and have a horse pull me? Or like hold on to a net and have a horse pull me, I guess?
We were not told this was going to be a logistic.
I did not think specifically about the movement speed and size of my turtle.
What does the person that we have to escort want us to do? I mean, obviously we're sitting here discussing how we can move the turtle, but do they even want to waste the time to go back and get something to move the turtle?
Are you going to ask them?
Yes, I was asking my character.
We've asked him like 3 times.
Okay, well, I heard y'all discussing, and then I thought you were asking out of character. My apologies. You see the half-orc Eli just looks at you. Go back and get horses, I guess. I mean, it'll be faster to do that in the long run. I mean, we'll lose maybe an hour traveling today versus losing 4 or 5 hours traveling every day.
It won't take long. I'm sure there's a stable. So, how about just 2 of us go real quick?
You can take the current horses and get their, or the mules.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my cart and one other person. Who wants to come along?
I'll go with you, Asariah.
Alright, we're gonna go try to find a stable.
I'll let you stay here, girl.
Sorry, what were you saying, Aku?
I just said I would go with, but I would slow you down.
Okay, so y'all, you cart your way back into town. The first livery that you find is called the Frisky Bronco.
I like it already.
And there is a halfling that is on a very tall ladder for him, brushing a very, very large quarter horse.
How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing excellent today. I had we're in search of something that can carry a turtle. Do you know what a turtle is?
You mean like the big shelled fella that was coming through here with y'all as you left out of town?
That's right.
Well, he was a rather thick individual, so I'm not sure if just one will be able to do it, but what exactly are you looking for other than can carry a turtle? I mean, I got horses.
Maybe like something that's strong and can hold up.
Oh, I got several, quarter horses and others that can come through the area. See, Esmeralda, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, I got quarter horses. They're used to up here. They're not very fast, but they can haul things.
That would be. Do you think it carry the turtle? Do you have like a wagon that can haul it? Yeah.
I got a wagon. It's rather new, so it should be able to hold up.
So how much for the horses in the wagon?
For the horses in the wagon. Well, I like how I'm getting like none of these horses could actually carry a coup on their back. I know. I'm looking at the thing right now with it. Like, yeah.
I wasn't trying to retcon you. I just actually was legitimately curious if a real life horse could carry a turtle, and the only one that could would be a shire.
Well, looking at you. For the wagon, rather new, 2 quarter horses, feed. I'd say about 250 gold.
250. How would you like? Do you have any? How would you feel about? What would you want for a discount?
Are we trying?
I'm going to say, how much you got?
Sorry, what was that?
Okay. What? Are you looking for any other services? I'm an alchemist. I could service you in some way. If you're looking for maybe a potion for one of your animals, or maybe you need something.
Really glad you said potions right after that, because initially when you said services or service you, I wasn't sure where this conversation was going.
I mean, he can do that too, though.
Did Esmeralda come with them?
Esmeralda cut out. I didn't realize that Esmeralda wasn't with them. Sorry.
I'm going to go with that you just popped out of the back of the damn wagon. Or the cart.
It's canon now.
Gonna have to say a hard no on that one. simply because I am a married halfling. Prefer not to anger the wife. But you say you're an alchemist. You got salves for bird shins, or anything that can help a horse with soft hooves?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Is that deception or the truth?
I mean, I'm gonna go with the truth for this.
All right, make a persuasion check. Esmeralda, did somebody say wife? Okay, let's see what the persuasion check. 12. I'm gonna have to go more on a sight seen than unseen there, Master Goblin.
I've got you. Well, out of character, I have 200. So,
I got about 280.
You want to split it? For now, we can give everybody else. They said they pay us back, remember? Plus expenses. So.
Alright.
I tell the halfling, you got a deal, but we need a receipt.
No, don't worry about the receipt. It was, you said 250, right?
Aye.
Alright, Asariah, it was 400 gold, correct?
300.
Oh, that sounds about right.
The halfling just nods at you appreciatively and makes his way down his little ladder, and within about maybe 15 minutes, you have 2 draft horses pulling a large, rather fresh-looking wagon. The wood is still, you can even still almost smell what they used to seal it. This is a brand new wagon. And then he tosses a large canvas bag up. Those are the oats. They eat them. They'll also eat grass. Watch your fingers. They can be nippy. Yes, Aku. I know quarter horses and draft horses aren't the same, but I don't have quarter horse stats. So y'all are now in possession of a large wagon and 2 new horses. Do you wish to name the horses?
Oh, Lord,
Tex.
That's your name.
my name's Hex.
Their name's Tex.
There's text 1, text 2.
No, there's Tex, and then there's Mex.
That was really awful.
Okay, so you now have a cart pulled by Tex-Mex. And within just a little bit, you make it back to the party. Everyone else, the 2 college students, are not really trying to make conversation. The guards are not trying to make conversation. And like one of the Traben, probably a mercenary hired by them to be their guard, like walks up to the gate, looks at y'all, shrugs, and then walks away like, what the hell's still going on here? And then you see 2 large draft horses pulling a wagon. Who's driving the wagon?
I would, because he brought his mules.
Yep, we'll have my card. So it'd be Hex, probably. Do that.
Okay. Hex, give me a animal handling check as you're coming up on the rest of the party.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. So as you yell for them to stop, they just keep going, and everybody sees Hex on the wagon, like, stop, and they just keep walking and curve past the group and keep going up the road to the north.
Damn horses ain't been broken in yet. God damn it, I tell you. Ooh, wait.
The hell y'all going?
They're going north. They're just going north right now.
They heard that we were trying to get there fast, so they're going fast.
I can't catch up to that.
You'll see Tala just start trotting along, dragging the sled next to the wagon.
Either we need them to stop those horses, or we need to get on the road and follow them. We're gonna look.
Where's Esmeralda? Is she in the cart with Asariah, or did she hop in the wagon with Hex?
She's in the wagon.
Are you going to do anything, or are you just enjoying this show?
I'm very entertained.
I just heard my wife cursing from another room.
Yeah, the dogs were whining, so I let them in this room with me for a little bit, and then Dewey decides to crawl under the desk and fart. That is bad. But I don't want them to pee in here, but I also don't want them whining.
I'm just glad they didn't do it out here with us.
Out there, I could just throw a towel over because there's no carpet. In here, there's carpet.
No, I'm talking about the part. And they were like,
Yeah, glad I took that one for you, I guess.
So, what'd you say you're doing, Esmeralda?
Being very, very entertained.
Okay, so as Hex and the wagon keeps going north, the the wolf follows. The guards shake the reins and start following after the wagon, and the college student's like, I guess this is what we're doing.
Yes, I'm going to follow the college students from behind.
There's still three party members not in the vehicle.
Well, I'll slow down, and anybody who wants to get on my cart can.
Poor Aku's just gonna be shuffling to catch up.
I'm going to yell, Aku, don't worry. I'm sure the horses will stop eventually. We won't leave you behind.
I appreciate.
Okay, y'all can give me another animal handling check there, Hex.
Alrighty.
Okay, you actually get them to stop. Like, eventually, I guess we'll listen to him.
Mix. Oh, stop. Now.
They stop, but you can see a rather angry tail flick in your direction for the names. So you are able to catch up and get into the back of the wagon, and y'all will proceed north into the Savalierwood. Now, within the first hour, you pass an area you can see kind of tucked off to the side of the road. There's a small church that's kind of fallen in, graves scattered throughout this stone wall, but it's a very overgrown cemetery that is to the north of the path you're traveling on. Do y'all do anything, or do you just continue past?
We ain't getting paid to sightsee, guys.
I guess I agree. I'm going to just sit and do what they want us to do.
I mean, there's nothing hinky going on, is there?
You don't see really anything going on as you go past it. Just looks like an old, abandoned, overgrown graveyard and church.
I don't really see a reason to.
No, as long as there's not any trouble going on, we might as well keep going.
Okay. So what I need everybody to do is, for the folks that are running carts, I need animal handling checks. I need everybody else to give me a survival check.
Looking better.
Well, if you got above a 10, you did not fall off a wagon. I'm sorry, Ember, you fall out the back of the wagon, you fall asleep. There's a big bump over a tree root, you kind of fall off and roll to the side of the road.
God damn these bumps where God shouldn't walk.
But you're able to keep on your path. In fact, Asariah, you're able to, like, one of the college students' horses starts to act up, or one of the Soltryce Academy kids' horse starts to act up, and you're, like, able to reach over and tug on the rein, and the horse just veers back in the direction it's supposed to go, so you're able to temporarily operate technically 2 land vehicles with that nat 20.
Good boy.
And by the end of the first day, you have gotten fairly deep into the Savalierwood. But the path is starting to narrow. You've been, you haven't noticed any markers as you've continued to move in. Night falls, and some of the guards start a fire. And that's where we're going to take a break for a moment. We'll be back at about 8:40. Down to camp for your first night. There's not so much a clearing, but there's an area where there's not as many trees, just a little way off the trail that you've been traveling. The guards start to set a little fire. The two college students, they have their horses, and then the horses at the carriage, they're feeding them. Doesn't seem like they get very far away from that carriage, but they're not riding in it. What is the rest of the party doing as camp is being made?
Setting up that big 8-person tent.
I'd probably kind of do a perimeter check around where we are just to see if there's anything funny or anything going on or something we need to keep.
Okay. Then.
And Aku will go with Opal as well and keep an eye out for like bodies of water or lakes or streams or anything like that.
Okay, Aku and Opal, y'all can either make 2 separate perception checks, or you can make a perception check at advantage.
What's your perception plus?
+5.
Okay, I will assist you because mine is a +3. And did I take? I did not take guidance. Never mind. So I was thinking of something else.
If we're gonna set a fire, I could help with that.
Okay, so you're going to help the guards set a fire. Aku, you get a 16. You don't find any bodies of water. There are really damp areas that you notice that if you press your hand into some of the lichen, water comes to the surface. But you don't really notice any water just free-flowing. But you also don't see anything that odd. I mean, there's more and more purple moss. There's kind of a low rolling fog that's been there for the last couple hours and doesn't seem to be letting up, but it just, nothing else seems to really notice it. You've seen squirrels. They're like slightly purple squirrels. Like, honestly, it looks like someone had a big bag of purple powder and exploded it because everything has like this slight purple dusting to it. But nothing really just juts out as unusual, more than the unusual that you're kind of getting used to that is in the Savalierwood.
Does it literally seem like dusting, and that if I were to touch like a purple moss, the purple starts to come off, or is it just literally that?
It's that faint purple, like when you run your hand along the tree trunk, nothing comes off. When you touch the moss, just moss comes off in your fingers. If you touch a purple squirrel, you get bit.
And she plays that right.
Something is a little off. Not too concerning, but
It's just, there's something weird about this place. This is just off. Yeah, I've been through here before, but it gives me the heebie-jeebies every time.
I have not yet been here, but purple is nice. It's not too bad. Still,
Just need to keep our guard up. There's some weird shit around here, I know that.
Aku's gonna look down at kind of some of the lichens that he pressed down, and there was some water. Are the lichens like alive? Are they?
No, it doesn't feel like it's a dead clump of it. You're pretty sure that the lichen is still alive, but it is pulling a lot of the moisture out of the ground, so that when you squeeze it, that seems to be where it's coming from.
Okay, he's gonna grab like he's gonna use his claws and kind of pull out like a handful of it. Would this be something that Aku would know as being like at least a sufficient source of like water, like from a vegetable that would be safe to eat, or like a root that would be?
Roll a nature check.
I'm not good at those.
Sure, it seems like it's good. It's water.
I'll go ahead and take a handful and.
I roll a nature check to make sure before Nick eats a bite.
Hold on, let Aku finish his statement.
Aku is gonna take a small bite, not like literally shove the whole thing in his mouth. He is gonna like pinch off a little bit and kind of chew it and see if you can tell anything from the way it tastes, if it should be spat out or swallowed. But mostly trying to get rid of.
I showed a video of the little tiny turtle sticking its head out and like taking a bite out of a strawberry, like yum.
Pretty much. That's about right as far as the visuals.
Okay. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's fair. That's fine.
It's really bitter, followed by a very acrid and almost burny taste in your mouth. This is a spit out kind of thing.
Oh, no good.
Do I know what that is with a 23?
With the 23, you know, going through the Savalierwood, don't eat anything here, and don't drink anything until you actually get to I think it's the Boreal River.
Yeah, I wouldn't put anything else that grows in here in your mouth, and don't drink any of the water neither until we get to the.
That's sad. I wanted fresh water, but that's okay.
I mean, I got a water skin if you really need some.
I like water recreationally. Surf's fine. Recreational.
Recreational water usage.
Pretty much. He just likes to drink water a lot because it makes him feel happy.
Okay, so real quick, Hex, give me a survivor roll to put up that tent.
Alright,
You're going to help him? Okay, roll with advantage.
And I have a suggestion, for the sake of the stream, in relation to these rolls. Can we, as we roll, call out our numbers? Because currently the stream can't tell what we're rolling, so they hear our reactions, but if it's like a maybe, maybe not roll, it might be nice to at least say what we got, so they know kind of why we're reacting.
That's a good idea. So, Hex, what'd you get?
I got a 23.
Okay, between you and Asariah, you're able to start getting this tent up. You do have to get some help from some other folks when it comes to the central post, because simply that's a big, heavy piece of lumber, and you didn't realize that until you put the pieces together and fastened a small vice grip type thing, or a small vice clamp around the pole so that it could keep its shape. But yeah, after about a half hour, y'all have a 8-person yurt tent put together.
I appreciate that, fella.
no problem.
Now, what are Ember? Okay, Ember went and helped start the fire. Esmeralda, what are you doing around the camp?
I am very interested in this fire. Just kind of like teasing and making fun of everyone, like, oh, yeah, it's really easy making a fire when you're on fire. Ha, ha.
There's some focus to it because I could easily just blow all of you up. So, mind your manners.
Damn.
So angry.
All right, little matchstick girl, I'll leave you alone.
You'll see the guards back away from the fire.
Ember turns her eyes at you and her hair kind of starts to shake a little bit. I'm going to let that one go. But that's the only one you get.
So the guards start to try to make a small meal. It seems like they had some dried powdered stuff that when they add it to water in the pot, it starts turning into soup. The 2 students come over and they kind of start cutting up vegetables. Looks mostly like dried carrots and some onions. And it's starting to smell pretty nice where you're at.
Seems good.
I just sit by the fire and just kind of hang out.
Okay. And as y'all are sitting there, as you start sitting down by the fire, you can tell it's starting to get chillier. You've gone so far into the woods that the canopy's kind of blocked out the sky a little bit. So you're used to it being a little bit darker, but it's proper night now, you can tell. And just through the branches, every so often, you have a couple small flakes of snow fall and start tracking to the ground. It looks like there might be a snowstorm tonight that's going to hit the Savalierwood.
Hooray.
Bet you were wishing you were made out of fire now, huh?
I love the snow. It's pretty great.
Excuse me, Miss Ember. Could you help me with something right?
Sure, what do you need?
You'll see that Aku's got a shield face up in front of him, and he's kind of been scooping some snow just into it. Can you fall some? Just a little warmth. Don't exert yourself.
I think I can manage that for you. Ember just kind of walks over to the snow he's got gathered up and just hovers near it, and it starts to melt slowly.
You can see he doesn't really have the ability to emote too much through his face, since he does kind of have that turtle style beak, but you can see the lower eyelids kind of rise a little bit like a little smile. Thank you. That's nice. I appreciate it. Just wanted more. And he just kind of dips his hands in the shield in the water and just lets them rest there for a minute.
He's cute. You're welcome, friend.
You see he kind of does the little squinty eye look back at you again, like a...
Well, the guards, after eating their soup and this touching turtle moment, go and put very heavy blankets over their horses and make sure they're tied off real good. And
I'm gonna.
sorry, what'd you say?
I'll do the same for my donkeys.
And you notice that the guards have a smaller tent set up for them and the two Soltryce Academy students next to your large yurt. One of the guards obviously has tent envy.
One of the guards has what?
Tent envy.
Tent envy.
It's like he's looking at their tent that no one can stand up in, then looks at the yurt, looks back at y'all's tent, or looks back at their tent, then at your tent, just sighs, and starts to take off his armor to go lay down. The two college students go to bed pretty early, but one of the guards that still has his armor on, I'll take the first watch, but we'll need it doesn't need to be just one person every so often. We need to go ahead and get a watch set up because these woods, I've been told, are tricky.
Yeah, it gets a little weird out here.
I'll take the first watch, and I'm going to go ahead and set up an alarm, use the wire, and set up an alarm around the perimeter as wide as I can.
Okay, so you set an alarm as wide as you can. The other guard, so the two guards and the college students have already gone to bed. This guard that still has his armor on is going to just kind of lean up against a tree, and he's going to light a pipe while keeping an eye out. Is anyone else going to stay up for guard duty, or is it just going to be Asariah?
I'll
I'm
take
gonna take a second watch.
I'll take third.
Aku is not going to be on the first watch, but he is going to sleep.
But he is going to what?
So he'll be out. He's going to sleep outside, so he'll kind of clear off an area by the fire, and he's actually going to withdraw into his shell and put his cloak around him over the top of his shell and fall asleep by the fire in his shell.
I'll take a watch with somebody.
I'll take third watch with whoever it was that was taking
Esmeralda. I'll take second with that.
Okay.
Well, if we need another first watch person, then he can be up for the first watch. He'll just sleep second.
Totally up to you. And the other two guards will take the fourth watch, so that not everybody's having to do a really long watch duty, and so that everybody can get their full rest. Okay, Asariah, give me a perception check made at advantage because the other guard is going to be helping you. As a 16, as you look around to the edge of your dark vision, Asariah, you notice a lot of things are darting around in the woods. Most of them seem natural or normal. You can make out a couple foxes, but they have extra eyes. You make out what looks like owls flying through the woods. But nothing really catches your eye as being out of place or really watching you. Like, it just seems like the very odd nightlife and fauna of this region.
Alright, I'm gonna ask the guard for a puff off the pipe, if you don't mind sharing.
He kind of looks down at you and scratches his beard. Make a persuasion check. He kind of shakes his head back and forth, reaches in his coat and pulls out a smaller pipe, packs it, and then hands it to you.
What a gentleman, thank you.
And the rest of your watch goes by while enjoying a fine smoke with this random guard. And now we have second watch. That is Opal and Hex.
And Tala.
And Tala.
What's your perception modifier?
Six.
+6?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that with advantage. I'll help you. 'Cause mine's a
Would Aku possibly be able to wake up hearing them swap out?
If you wish, yes.
If he heard them swap out, he's actually going to reach into his pack and bring out and go, I should have thought of this a little earlier. This may help. And he'll tap the lantern, and it'll light up and have 60 feet of clear light around the campsite, and then 60 feet past his dim light with his ever-bright lamp that I forgot that he had.
All right.
All right, that there, fella.
helpful. I just remember that Earth Genasi don't have dark vision.
It's okay, I don't either, which is why I grabbed it originally, and I forgot.
I find it really weird turtles don't have dark vision. But I have Flare Genasi, and I was thinking all Genasi had it. I'm like, oh wait, no.
Yeah, he'll look at y'all and go, you're welcome. And then say just with problem.
I rolled a 24.
No, you did not roll a 24 because... Wait, nope. Aku lit the lantern, or else it would have been a straight roll.
I was giving him advantage.
But he would have been at disadvantage not having dark vision. But Aku lit the lantern, therefore negating the lack of dark vision. So yeah, you got a 24. So within the range of light that you can see, it really just seems like the normal, probably weird plant life and animal life of the forest. The snow's starting to really pick up. You might want to make sure that the horses are really covered.
They
But
need blankets.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll want to check all the horses in the camp, even the guards' horses, make sure everything's looking spick and span.
all right.
I'm gonna send Tala out to scout the perimeter.
Okay, so you're sending Tala out to scout the perimeter? Tala doesn't seem to really run into anything.
Good deal.
The rest of your watch... Go ahead.
Opal. That's your name, isn't it?
Yeah. Opalescent.
Seems fitting.
I think it was a joke by my parents, but it's on your mind.
I'm just trying to make conversation. Just making conversation.
Alright, what were you doing before you came up here?
I'm a bounty hunter by trade. Spent my life hunting the most dangerous game, per se.
Most dangerous, sometimes the smartest, and sometimes the most stupid.
But always the most dangerous.
Fair enough.
But yourself?
Well, my parents were involved in some more shady business down in the Empire with a certain group of people. Then I came along. According to them, I was born during an earthquake, and that's why I'm like this, because of all the icky elemental shit. But when I got older, I started running for them, and well, eventually the assembly got a hold of me because they don't see too much of my kind around. And I basically had a choice. Either I let them study me, which I didn't want to know what that entailed, or I joined the military, which I did for a couple of years, but decided it wasn't for me, so I decided to take an extended vacation up here in the north.
Makes a lot of sense. I tend to stay away from the squabbles of the southern end.
Yeah, it's not always easy, but you can find pay up here if you look hard enough. This was a relatively easy one to come.
Yeah, old Lenny, me and him go back in good ways. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, I've worked with him a couple times. He's helped me out when I was struggling once or twice, but he is son.
Alright, well, I reckon our watch is about over. Wait the next ones.
Yeah, I'll wake up Esmeralda. You wake up Bang.
I whistle for Tyler to head on back, and I go and attempt to wake up in.
I'll wake up Esmeralda. Hey, Poke. It's your turn.
What?
It's your watch.
Oh. Alright.
Not too much going on, and I could lift a lamp out there that's pretty helpful seeing, so shouldn't have any trouble.
Alright, thank you so much. Get some rest.
What I'm planning to.
Ma'am, Ember, it's time for your watch, ma'am.
Huh? What? No, I didn't steal your chicken! I didn't steal your chicken! What?
Not about chicken, but it's, your watch.
I'm not being arrested for chicken.
No chickens, ma'am.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
It's time for your watch.
Oh, okay, I guess so.
Okay, so Esmeralda and Ember, y'all could make a, Esmeralda would be making a roll at disadvantage. Oh, nope, lantern. Keep forgetting there's a lantern. Esmeralda, you and Ember could either have one person roll and have advantage on perception, or you could both make 2 separate perception checks.
What you want to do?
I have a +4 to my perception.
Alright, you roll with advantage then.
Okay, can do.
Thank God for advantage. What'd you get?
I got
okay. Looking throughout, the first little bit of your watch, it doesn't seem like anything's happening. Then probably the last maybe 10 minutes, you see some things moving through the woods that when you catch a glimpse of them, it doesn't seem right, but you didn't get a full glimpse of them. Like, it's like they came to the edge of the dark light and you were looking, but didn't quite get a full glimpse. Like, they showed up and then pulled back, but it was something smart enough that it went to the light, stopped, and literally stepped back to where you probably couldn't see it.
Hey, Esmeralda, did you see that movement over there?
What movement? Movement?
Yeah, like somebody tried to come into the camp, but then thought better of it and hightailed it.
Huh. That's disconcerting. Let's go check it out.
Okay. So we walk over to go check out the possible movement.
All right, give me a second to change the map.
That's always a good sign.
Okay. Now just imagine all the green swirlies are purple.
Okay.
I could not find purple swirly swamp. Okay, real quick, make sure you can move your tokens for me.
I was able to move mine.
Yep, I can move mine.
Alrighty, so place yourselves closer down here on this corner of the map. So you find yourselves after walking out about, let's see, she said it was 60 foot of light and then another 60 foot of dim light. Okay, so once you make it towards the edge of the light, you notice that there's an old, dried creek bed full of just what looks like dead algae and like slick mud. But what you see just a little ways from you
What do we see? What do we see?
you see 4 dryads that have these little blue balls just kind of floating around them. And they're staring directly at you.
Hi there.
Like the royal you as in both of us, or just you as in like her?
Don't you have dark vision?
Well, yes.
So you would see them. It's a little more difficult for you to see, Esmeralda, because you're getting towards the edge of the light granted by the lantern. But Esmeralda, you called out, how y'all doing?
Yep.
Okay. Now remember, y'all have also been sleeping. Y'all do not have on your armor.
I didn't have armor to begin with.
You are a barbarian, that is correct. But as you look at them, these things are sickly looking. They seem to be humanoid, but they also seem to be woven from plant matter. It looks like vines have twisted together around limbs that have been broken from trees to make the form of a mockery of what would be a humanoid. They have things that look like heads, but if it was a head, that this creature would obviously be dead because there's chunks of it missing. But you see two deep green glowing eyes on each of these creatures' faces. And as you say, "How are you doing?" they start moving towards you.
Word.
I need y'all to roll initiative. Now, since I don't think either of y'all have used Roll20 for this, what you need to do is click your character token, and then click the initiative on your character sheet, and it will put you automatically into the turn order.
Are we hearing anything happening in the camp?
Yeah, did you feel
They didn't wake any of y'all up. They saw something weird and then went like 100 some odd feet away from the rest of the camp.
cool.
I'm having trouble finding this.
Okay, click your token, and then over right next to where it says movement and AC on your character sheet, there should be initiative. There we go. So, the first person to go is going to be Ember. You see these creatures quickly making their way towards you through this dried creek bed with these blue creatures following them.
Alrighty, Neil. So I have 40 feet of movement, so I'm gonna try to get closer. I think that's about good right there. I guess I'm gonna bonus action rage, which means everything within a 10-foot radius of me is going to catch.
Okay, so everything in a 10-foot radius.
I'm checking, give me just a sec. What I have on my page for Roll20 doesn't say, I'm pretty sure it's 10-foot radius, but they take 2 fire damage. Give me just a second, Devin's checking.
Okay. Did the radius show up on the screen for you?
Yes.
Cool. Emily, Esmeralda, can you see the circle around Ember?
No, I can't.
What about now?
Yeah, I can see it. Am I supposed to be near her right now, or?
She's acting first, so she ran up. I'm just putting this up because to help her remember what 10-foot radius is, also to help me remember what a 10-foot radius is around her a little bit easier.
Alrighty.
Just to clarify, he finished checking and it is a 10-foot radius.
Right, and is it at the start of their turn or end of their turn?
It's just whenever I raged, so I landed there, I stopped and I raged, so they immediately get 2 fire damage for anybody. Oh, 3 fire damage for anybody in my radius.
Okay. Alrighty. So that is your bonus action. What are you doing now?
I'm going to recklessly attack the one that's directly in front of me. And I'm going to use my great axe for that.
Okay. Okay, a 22 hits. Click Great Axe and roll 20 for damage. Oof.
6 slashing and 5 fire damage. Plus 2 rage damage.
That creature is not looking good.
Okay, that's all my damage on the screen right there.
Okay, so that's 6 slash and 5 fire, 2 rage damage. Got it. Don't you have a second attack at level 5?
Yeah, I have an extra attack, which I'm going to use my great axe again.
All right, roll to hit. Okay, both would hit since you have advantage and you have fail-handed, correct?
Yes.
Then it's knocked prone after you deal your damage to it.
8 slashing, 2 fire, plus 2 for rage.
Oh, it's dead.
Yay, I killed it.
So at this point, Esmeralda, what you've seen is you said hi, they started walking towards you with purpose. Your Fire Ganassi friend went, superhero landed on fire and killed one of them.
Superhero landing,
Superhero landing!
Well, because you did that, all these little blue creatures show up.
Yay for swarming.
Oh no, Emily, these are what we dealt with in Dresden. Fuck. That's the same token, but nope.
Now, you notice as all of these converge around you, and Esmeralda, you notice this as well. The area immediately around your friend, or I should say your work associate at this point, is now lit with a blue light, almost as bright as if it was day. And let's see what they do. First one is a 7. That's going to miss. The second one is a 19. What is your AC? Talking about Ember. Ember is being attacked. You said, what was your AC, Ember?
My AC is 15, and don't they have advantage?
Yes. So 19 still hits. 10 would have missed. That's 8 lightning damage.
Oh.
That is not halved from your raging. Next one gets a 12. That's not going to hit. Next one gets an 18. That is 13 lightning damage.
Ouchie, mama.
You basically have a bunch of bug zappers all of a sudden around you, just as they just like bump into you and zap you.
Very mildly annoying.
Esmeralda, you're watching these little things zapping Ember. What do you do?
Shit.
I do not advise that. That would not be super useful for you.
Not particularly, no. I'm trying to remember what range stuff I have, because I really don't want to get all up in there. How far does my crossbow shoot? Where do I find that?
On range. If you hit the gear next to crossbow, it should say range underneath the name. That would be max range, Asariah. Let's see. For a hand crossbow, is that what you have?
Yeah, I have a hand crossbow.
Your range is within 30 feet. You make a regular roll. Beyond 30 feet is at disadvantage. 120 feet is your max range. If you look over to the left-hand side, you can draw an arrow using the ruler, and it'll tell you how many feet it is. You would need to move up just a little bit for your hand crossbow to be able to hit them.
Alright, I want to shoot one of these Dryad-looking motherfuckers in the face with my crossbow.
Alright. Roll to see if you can hit one of these Dryads.
What would I roll for that?
Click your crossbow on your character sheet and it'll roll for you. A 14 hits.
Yeah.
And if you look on your if you look in the chat where it rolled, if you click light crossbow, it'll roll the damage for you. Okay, the Dryad that you shoot, the one that is 2 embers left, gets nailed with the arrow. It looks down, it does not look happy, and you see its body starts to absorb the arrow into it. Okay, so next are going to be the Dryads.
Oh, okay, good. Not all of them went to me.
Okay. Let's see, going after Ember. That is a 17. And a 5, so one of them misses. But one deals 2 bludgeoning to you, which you have to 1 because you're raging. Right, and coming at Esmeralda, I need you to give me a wisdom save. If you look on your character sheet right above where your skills are, it should have your saves. You just need to click Wisdom and it'll roll it for you. Oh, you ace that. You will not be frightened by this particular Dryad for the next 24 hours, but it leans down and black tendrils of energy erupt from it as it makes this god-awful scream. You're not affected.
I have seen scarier things at breakfast.
Right, I now need everybody else to give me a perception check.
Dang.
Aku, you are a very sound sleeper.
What if my passive is much higher than that?
You're asleep. Okay, so anybody that got above a 15, well, actually, it would have been a 13. Anybody that got above a 13, I need you to now, I will add your token. And once your token is on, I need you to click it and then roll initiative.
If someone wants to wake me up on the way out the tent, I'd appreciate it.
I'm gonna do a superhero jump on top of Aku, and I'll do like a flip, wake him up.
How do I make it to where I roll advantage on my initiative?
You will just roll twice, and then I can go in and edit it to be the higher.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
My token doesn't work.
Your token doesn't work?
I can't click it, is what I'm saying. I thought I clicked it, but I didn't.
Oh, you didn't click on your token when you rolled it?
I mean, I clicked on it, but I can't, like, move it.
Huh.
Wow.
Okay.
I was...
Try now.
It's working now. I didn't have to select the token. I had it on, like, the measurement. I don't know why.
Okay, so Hex got a 16. Why do you have advantage on your initiative?
Natural exposure.
Because this is favored terrain.
It's just whenever I travel for an hour in any terrain.
Okay, is everybody on the list?
I'm not, but I can re-roll if you want.
What did you get?
13.
Okay. The issue for most of the party, y'all are about 100 feet away. So your tokens are down here, but you will need to dash, and it will probably take you 2 turns to make it there. You do see some of the guards are waking up. But they seem to be protecting the college students and the Soltryce Academy students, and the students seem to be worried more about what's in the carriage. Aku, go ahead and roll, since Asariah said that he would be waking you up.
Oh my god.
Wow, you got worse than my 4. That is a 3 for the turtle.
Okay, Ember. It is your go.
Okay.
You are currently surrounded.
The hell y'all do?
You don't know. You're still 100 feet away. But there's yelling and there's fire.
So for me to spark up again is a bonus action. So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay, so everything is going to take another
3 fire damage. And then I'm going to recklessly attack the one to my right. I'm going to use my great axe again. I rolled a 23 for my great axe.
Sorry, I'm writing down HP totals. Okay, a 23 will hit, and a 16 would hit. So with fell-handed, you will knock this target prone. Because you said you were recklessly attacking?
Yes.
Okay, so they're knocked prone, so that is 12 damage. Add your rage.
I didn't mean to do that twice.
Well, again, that was enough to kill that one. Okay.
Well, so I guess my second attack will be for the other Dryad that's behind me.
Okay.
Again with my great axe. Oof, that one misses.
Yeah, that one misses, but luckily it was not a critical fail. Okay, it is now the Wisps go again. Ah. Okay, there we go. So, let's see, with the 15, would a 15 hit you?
Yes, I think that's exactly my AC.
Okay. That is 8 lightning. 11 is going to miss. A 19 will hit. That is another, what'd you say?
I said ouchie.
That is 11 lightning. And yeah, that one's just gonna like try to zap you, but like just get a mouthful of dirt. Like it just goes, nothing but dirt.
She is definitely cussing under her breath. Let's just make that clear.
Okay, Hex, you can hear what sounds like small lightning strikes off in the distance and little flashes coming from about 120 feet away.
Alright, I start heading that way. I move 30 feet to be.
Okay.
Can I see anything when I move that far?
It's heavily obscured by trees and kind of a rolling landscape down towards what you're assuming would be a creek bed.
Alright. I'm double my movement then.
Okay, so you dash.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are now about 60 feet away from everything.
Alright.
Asariah.
Yeah.
It is your go.
Sorry. I'm going to move as much as I can. So, a full movement and the dash for my action. And just following behind that.
Okay, so you move about 50 feet.
I had the pool.
Oh, that's goblins don't have a reduced movement. All right. Esmeralda.
I want to shoot him in the face with my crossbow.
You will be at disadvantage because he's right in front of you.
Oh wait, I don't have to do a ranged thing. Can I viciously taunt him?
Is it a ranged spell? Wait, he has to make a save on that though. That's not an attack that you got to make. That's him got to resist.
Yeah, because it comes from an item.
Okay, what? You can click Vicious Mockery on your spell sheet underneath cantrips, and it should cast it. Actually, no, I think if you look underneath your attacks, Vicious Mockery should be the last one underneath everything, isn't it? In the middle of the first page of character sheet.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, so got to make a wisdom save. Got a 20, so doesn't take any damage. But what's the Vicious Mockery you yell at this Dryad?
Tell him it looks like his mom fucked a weed whacker.
Damn.
Its eyes narrow. It might not understand your words, but it understands your intent.
Do I still have to roll for wisdom?
No, it made the save. I just wanted to hear the insult you were going to lob at it.
Alright, can I do anything with my turn?
You could try to move away, but you would risk an attack of opportunity.
Alright, I'm just gonna stay put then. That was worth the entire turn, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, remember, nobody is wearing armor currently because you had been sleeping. Tala. What is Wild Pupper gonna do?
She is gonna run up 80 feet.
Okay. So let me see something here. I'm gonna move everybody over here that is not quite there yet, but let me measure something. Tala would actually be on the map right about there. One of y'all is actually on the map instead of just running through the forest. Opal.
That's a good pupper.
Her computer is being dumb, she just said.
I have a quick question for the DM.
Yes.
Are we factoring in the time it takes for us to stand up from sleeping as part of our movement or anything, or are we just
No.
letting it? Okay. I feel like being woken up by a scream like that anyway, we pretty much, well, everybody else except me would have been staying.
I just feel when the goblin jumped on your shell, your arms and legs and head all shot out of the shell like... with the sound
like
effect.
a squeaky toy, just bing.
Pretty much.
Was that M that we lost?
Yeah, we lost him. Let me go check on her real quick.
No.
Well, leave.
My computer forgot how to make internet work.
What is that?
What is internet? Why do I need it to do the thing you're doing? I don't need it. Yes, you do. No, I don't. I'm going to show that you're still in there, but you're not. Now, shut up.
You're saying that it forgot how the World Wide Web works? It is your turn, Opal.
Alright, so we are about 100 feet away.
About 100 to 120.
Alright, well, I'm going to do my 30 feet of movement so that I am at least slightly closer. As a free action, can I just say, what the hell did y'all do?
I'll accept that as a free action.
Alright, and I will then cast Eldritch Blast. And let's see.
If you moved up 30 feet, you'd be within 90 feet of everything that is around Ember.
I can do Eldritch Blast up to 300 feet now because
Yes.
of the invocation. So,
But the AC of the things around Ember will be higher because they have cover. They have 3/4 cover.
well, I will just hit the one that is by Esmeralda.
Still has 3/4 cover because of the forest between you and it.
Within 30 feet.
Huh? Yeah.
3/4 cover.
Yep.
Fine.
You can still try to hit them. It just means that their AC is a little higher.
Well,
Why did you?
first attack of roll for the night, everybody. This bodes well. That makes a 7.
Why'd you roll that instead of clicking it on your character sheet?
Because it spells make you do it. Because it does that.
If you moved it over, though, it actually will be on your character sheet as a attack.
Yeah, if you look in your attack column, Eldritch Blast should be there.
If you drag it over rather than make it.
It is not. I thought I drug it over.
They have. Roll20 is not very user friendly.
Not until you play with a lot. You still have a second Eldritch Blast, Opal.
Huh?
You have you're level 5. You get 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, I do?
Yes.
Alright, hang on one second. Let me try and get this. It does not want to appear on my text.
Okay, what you need to do is go click the gear next to Eldritch Blast on your core, or not your core, but on your spell sheet.
Okay.
Down, you'll see where it says spell card.
Yeah.
Click that, and it should allow you to change it to an attack.
Oh.
make sure that the modifier says spell, and then you have 1d10 force damage if it doesn't calculate it already.
What am I clicking?
Okay, when you turned it from a spell card to an attack, what do you see pop up underneath it?
Spell attack, range, damage, type, damage.
Is any of that filled in?
No.
Okay, so under damage type, put 1d10 force. And if you look through there, there should say something about a spell attack or which ability to use for your spell.
Add ability mod to damage or he.
Should be higher up.
No, that's right below what you just told me to fill in.
There's one, you have an attack checkbox first and then a damage checkbox second. It's your attack checkbox that you put spell, and then also damage, you have a blank to put your 1d whatever plus spell again, and that'll make sure you use your spell skill or your spell ability.
There it is.
A 21 definitely hits. So click where it says Eldritch Blast in the chat.
I'm trying it. I got a notification that Claire posted in Discord. It won't let me. Sorry.
Five force damage. What does your Eldritch Blast look like?
What?
How do you fire, and what does your Eldritch Blast look like?
I hadn't thought about that.
Finger gun.
Yes. Finger guns. And of course, I'm gonna shout Eldritch Blast.
So what everybody sees is this streaking light through the forest just explode one of the trees, and then the next one green, and then the next one this just green light shoots through the forest and just over the top of Esmeralda and smacks the other Dryad in front of her in the chest, and it's like, Kah! But out of nowhere, basically, what you see, Esmeralda, is a laser hit it.
And I did shout, what the hell did y'all do?
Hey guys, let's try not to hit me.
Hey, how about you don't let a bunch of tree people attack you? What happened?
She was just trying to be friendly. They came in and started attacking.
Okay, that's all y'all can do with the free action. Anything else than that, I'm going to say that's your actual turn. Okay, Aku, what you doing?
How much closer was since I was sleeping outside by the campfire?
You're still about 100 to 120 feet away.
What about to the three?
It's about 100 feet to Esmeralda. It's about 120 or so feet to Ember.
All right. going to grab his flail and shield and cast Expeditious Retreat on himself. And therefore will move 90 feet because he will take the dash action as his action. So that's his regular movement of 30, his dash of 30, and then the bonus action for Expeditious Retreat of 30. And yeah.
So what is that total amount?
90 feet.
I accidentally deleted the Dryad that had the attacker order. You said you moved 90 feet?
Yes.
The turtle just comes charging through super fast and ends up just a little bit ahead of the wolf. So after Aku, it is now the Dryad's turn. See the Dryad in front of Esmeralda. Its arm starts to glow a very sickly purple. As it swings its arm down on you, does a 17 hit you? Your AC right now should be 10 plus your dex mod. Am I coming through?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Esmeralda?
I'm sorry, you're cutting in and out a little bit. What did you say?
Said it rolled a 17 to hit you, but your AC is only 10 plus your dex mod right now because you're not wearing your armor.
Your armor.
Lucky or halfling nimbleness will not help me dodge it.
Okay, so you're saying halfling nimbleness, you're going to use that feat?
Yes.
Not halfling nimbleness, it was, what was the one you picked that makes me reroll?
I think that was lucky. Let me look at it.
No, lucky allows you to reroll ones.
I think halfling nimbleness means you can like move through larger targets.
She picked up in one of the newer halfling feats, and I'm just not remembering the name.
I'm looking. Just give me a sec. I think it's second chance.
Yes. Read that for me.
Increase your dexterity, constitution, or charisma score by 1 to a maximum of 20. When a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to force that creature to reroll. Once you use this ability, you can't use it again until you roll initiative at the start of combat or until you finish a short or long rest.
Okay, so you are going to use that feat?
Yes. I don't want to die.
That is a 15.
Shit, that's not much better.
Because your AC is still 10 plus your dex mod.
So that's a 12 for me.
Okay, so that hits. You take 11 bludgeoning as it smacks you in the face. And the other one is going to start making a really loud yell. And it's going to try to attack Ember again. And totally miss with a 10. Or, because you reckless, still misses with a 12. Embers go.
Alrighty then. So I'll bonus action spark fire again, just for fun, because I can.
Jeez, I got hit so hard I got kicked out of the chat.
Oi.
And I'll hit with my great axe for the one behind me. Recklessly attacking.
Okay.
I rolled a 16 or a 21.
Okay, which one are you trying to hit? The Dryad?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, yes. Both of those would hit, so you will knock it prone.
14 slashing, and then 1 fire damage plus my 2 damage for raging.
Well, that one is just dead.
Dead.
You still have your second attack.
I guess I'll try to attack the little blue things.
Okay. See if you can hit. Did you click to see if you could hit?
I was trying to decide if I wanted to use one of my spells, but
If you've already made... Sorry, if you... What is that?
I have no idea. But I just realized that I already made my main action, so I can't use one of my spells.
Yeah, you'd have to make another attack action.
Yeah, I'll just swing at him with my great axe and see if it does anything.
Okay, a 21 will hit, but a 13 would not. So you will not knock this creature prone.
Okay, but I do get to roll damage because 21 hits.
Yes.
7 slashing, 5 fire, as well as the 2 for raging.
Okay, as you swing your weapon through the wisp, it doesn't seem to have as much of an effect. In fact, the fire on your axe seems to dull just a little bit as it passes through it, but once it's out, it reignites to its full flamey axe goodness. Wisp doesn't seem happy with you, though.
Oofies. Okay. Alright. Anybody can help me.
Okay, so now it's the Wisp's turn again. They're going to try to shock. And they have advantage because you reckless. So that is 27 lightning damage. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah. It was nice knowing you all.
That's another 6 lightning. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
That's 6 lightning.
I'm down.
Okay, and the last one is going to zap you, so that is 2 failed death saves.
What? I tried to be smart, and I should not have.
And your...
Oh, dear, no, this is a touch spell. Damn.
I can get through this turn. Just not right this second.
So, your rage fires go out. Hex.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click.
Alright, I'm gonna move up 30 more.
I swear to God. I hate this useful sheet.
So you dashed your last turn, getting you 60 feet, and then you moved another 30, putting you at 90, correct?
Correct.
You'd be up here with our turtley friend.
Alright, I'm gonna, shoot the one to, Ember's left with my handcrossbow.
Okay, with your hand crossbow, go ahead. See if you can hit. A 24 will hit.
Also.
Okay, so you're hitting this one right over here.
The other one to her left.
This one, okay. So your arrow goes through it, but doesn't do as much damage as you would hope.
Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action to shoot again.
Okay, go ahead and see if you can hit. That is a nat 20. So that gonna hit. Roll your damage. Okay, so that's a total of 18 piercing damage hitting that one. Again, you notice your arrow go through it. It doesn't seem to have as much effect as you would hope. Like you're like, yeah, that should kill it, but just kind of passes through it, and the wisp flickers, but it doesn't seem to be down.
Alright. That's my turn.
Azariah.
Alright, so I give another 30 feet, so that'd be about where Hex is. Right here.
Yep.
That work? I'm gonna look at the Dryad in front of Esmeralda and hit it with 2 Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
Hold up my rod and it's gonna shoot like a skull, laughing skull at it.
Nice. That natural 1 is gonna miss.
Yeah, I would think so. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the other one.
But that 20, I feel sorry for you, Azariah, because you had a nat 1 and a nat 20 on that first one. But a 20 will definitely hit that Dryad. Ten force. Oof. It is having a bad day. Is that all you're going to do, Azariah?
I think that's all I can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it.
All right, Esmeralda. You have this Dryad in front of you, but you've also just seen the Barbarian go down thanks to all these like lightning bug things.
How injured is the one right in front of me?
It is barely holding on.
Alright, I'm going to run towards our Barbarian lass and try to help her out.
Okay, are you going to run up to her, or are you just going to try to move around the Dryad in front of you so you can see her better? What are you doing? Okay.
Trying to move so I can see her better and shoot my crossbow at these lightning bugs.
Okay, the one that you ran past swings at you and misses. Once you get around her, you see that the Barbarian is down and bleeding and charred and is not really breathing.
Can I cast Healing Word on her?
If you wish to, yeah.
I would very much appreciate it.
That is 7 health back to Ember, which brings her up, and you can get rid of those failed death saves.
Thank you so much. I really like this character.
Can I do anything else in my turn, or is that it?
Unless you have a cantrip that is a... Or wait, you can cast a cantrip. Wait, no, Healing Word is an action. Never mind. Healing Word's an action. It's not a bonus action. So, I don't think there's much else you can do.
Healing Word is a bonus action. I thought it was at least. It's a bonus action. Still can only cast a cantrip though, because it still counts as a spell cast, but an action can be taken though after it.
That is correct. So you could cast a cantrip as your action.
Or the crossbow, right? Doesn't she have a crossbow?
She does have a crossbow.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at the nearest one to me with my crossbow.
Okay. A 24 will hit. Okay, your arrow passes through it again, not doing as much damage as you would have thought, but it's flickering more. Tala.
Alright, Tala's gonna, one second. Alright, Tala can move up. Hold on.
You should be able to move Tala's token.
Tala's able to get right there while going around the Dryad without invoking the chapter bar.
It's already used its reaction. Jesus. It's already used its reaction this round.
Oh, okay, yes, that's right. But Tala is gonna attack the wisp right there. She has pack tactics, so it'll be at advantage. Oh wait, never mind. No, I'm not close enough. So she's gonna move up. Now she's close enough to use pack tactic.
10's not going to do it.
Alrighty. And that will be her turn.
Opal.
Alright, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move there.
Well, hold on. You only moved 30 feet, so you're still 60 feet away from where the Dryad was. You're 90 feet away from where Ember is. Because you used your super long Eldritch Blast range.
So how far am I away from you?
You are still 60 feet behind most of the party.
It'll move me up, whatever will be 30 feet.
Okay, you'd still be off the edge of the map, I believe. So if this was a... Hold on.
If I'm...
You would be at this bottom corner of the map.
Oh my god!
But you no longer have as much stuff in your way to hit anything.
I'm gonna chill touch that Dryad.
Okay, roll chill touch. A 19 will hit. That Dryad is now dead. You watch as the skeletal hand comes out of the ground and grabs it, and you watch the Dryad literally wither away in front of you. Anything else, Opal?
Nope.
Aku.
We can move through friendly spaces, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Aku's gonna use the bonus action for the dash that is still used by Expeditious Retreat to move. He is going to kind of sidestep around. Actually, I think he technically has enough movement to have gone over like this, which he'll do. So he'll enter the space of this one, move around it, so as to avoid provoking an attack of opportunity. And is going to do Cure Wounds for Ember. And since it's like a touch-based attack, can it be done while I'm helping her up?
No, since you've already used your bonus action to dash.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to, at level 2,
Okay, that is another 9. That is
okay, yeah.
that is 17 HP.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Anything else, Aku?
Nope, that's all of my actions.
Ember.
I don't know what I could possibly do at this point. Well, obviously I'm gonna probably rage because it gives them fire damage, but it doesn't seem to be doing a lot to them. Okay, so bonus attack rage.
So that 1 damage everybody around you.
This one?
Yes.
Don't want to do that because I don't want to hurt the other guys. Just have me Tala and.
It's okay to me.
Yeah.
I don't know about Tala, though.
You have permission
I have permission.
to hurt.
I don't think she's
You have
very
permission.
happy about that.
She understands the necessity.
Okay. Well. Can't take it back now.
Tala!
Okay,
Is that just instant damage, or is that like a type of roll to hit type?
it's instant.
It's instant.
It's why it's so little damage initially. So we got an angry girl setting everything on fire again.
So I'm assuming I still have to stand up, so I'm gonna stand up.
Okay, that's half your movement.
And then I guess I'll do produce flame to the one right in front of me.
You can't cast spells while you rage.
Did not know that. Okay, good to know. I guess I'll just swing at him.
All right. Are you attacking recklessly or no?
Would they get advantage with me attacking recklessly?
Yes.
No, I'm just gonna attack regularly.
Okay, A8 misses.
Okay.
You still have your second attack.
Here, I'll use my second attack.
A 25 will hit.
Yay.
11 slap.
slashing, 5 fire, as well as the 2 rage damage.
Okay, which one were you attacking?
The one directly in front of me.
That wisp goes out.
Justice!
It is now the wisp's turn. So all three of them. Oh, okay, the first two are going to attack you. So does a 15 hit?
Yes.
I'm imposing disadvantage on the second.
You're imposing disadvantage using your protector ability as a paladin fighting style?
That is correct.
Okay, so you got hit for 14 lightning damage. And Tala is going to get hit for 6 lightning damage.
Now, question though, were the first coming at me?
Was the first one coming at you? No.
Yeah, two. Which was going to be?
The first and second ones were both going after Ember.
Okay, then yes, I did protect him. I figured that's what you meant, but I wasn't 100% sure since you just said you and I said wait. Perfect.
And that is the Whiff's turn.
Alright.
Hex, it is your go.
Hex is gonna move.
All right, Hex is moving up.
It's right there. I'm gonna shoot this one with a hand crossbow.
Okay. Oh, that's a miss. That is a nat 1. Sorry.
Alright, bonus action. Shoot.
A 9 is gonna miss.
Yeah. And then, I'm gonna use my coordinate-aided attack to let Tala attack. It uses her reaction. And she's gonna attack this one.
Okay. A 15 will miss.
Alrighty then, my productive turn is complete.
Asariah?
Alright, I'm gonna move. Here.
All right.
I'm going to hex this one right here.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna blast it with Eldritch Blast. Just send 2 laughing skulls its way.
All right. Roll to hit.
It's a 23.
A 23 will hit. Oof.
Alright, so that's 11 damage. And the second one, that's
A 16 will miss. But that one has faded pretty badly. Two of the wisps have faded and started to dim really badly. One is still burning pretty bright.
Alright, that's my turn.
Esmeralda.
Let me see. Does anyone need healing right now before I try to attack these stupid fireflies?
I mean, I've got 3 current hit points, but you do you, babe.
Alright. I'm going to do Healing Word again.
Another 4 HP.
Who else targeted with that?
Thank you kindly.
Barbarian chick is who I was targeting. And then I'm going to so I can do one more action as long as it's a cantrip. And the cantrips are the ones on the attack list on the sheet, or are they the ones that are on the features and traits list?
They're the attacks that are listed underneath where your weapons are. You can either make a crossbow attack, a weapon attack, or cast a cantrip.
I don't know how effective it is, but I kind of want to see what happens if I cast Word of Radiance.
Word of Radiance is 5 feet around you.
Okay, so I'm not close enough. Let's just go with crossbow again.
A 14 will miss.
Oh, you little suckers got some high AC.
Are you going to move, Esmeralda?
Yeah, I'm going to get a little closer.
Okay. Tala.
Alright, Tala is gonna attack the one directly to her right, that one.
Alrighty. Pack tactics.
Correct.
A 25 will hit.
Awesome. And doesn't they need to make a strength save if they're not immune to
If they're not immune to what?
crawl?
They are.
Okay. So 12 piercing damage.
Alrighty. Anything else that Tala gonna do?
Nope, that's it.
Opal.
So I'm actually on the map now, right?
Yep.
There. And I am going. This wisp right here needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 6, which I assume fails.
Yeah. So it's gonna take 2d8. Wait, does that one take any?
All of them have taken damage.
Alright, then it is gonna take 2d12 necrotic.
Alright. A loud ringing erupts throughout the swamp, or I shouldn't say swamp, but throughout the forest. And that wisp goes out.
Haha. What I thought, you son of a bitch.
Aku.
Hey, which of the two wisps look dim?
The one directly in front of you is a little dimmer.
Oh, great. In that case, I'm going to attack the one below me using branding.
You're going to attack the one below you with branding smite. Cool.
Yes, and therefore dropping my concentration on expeditious retreat, starting it on branding smite. I'm swinging for it.
Alrighty. A 25 will hit. That wisp is barely flickering in existence.
Alright, and for my extra attack, I'm going to turn around and smack the one.
Okay. That is a terrible mess. You put your flail straight into like the goopy mud of the creek bed. Like you're like, it looks dry, but you crack through the surface like a couple inches and it's still just like thick doo-doo mud.
Well, I tried.
Ember, it's your go.
Okie dokie. Could I hit that one without having to move?
You could hit both of them without having to move. Let go of this talk button, please. I think that noise we've been hearing is you're still holding down the talk button and I say something and we get like demon voice. But both are within 5 feet of you, so you could still hit them.
Sorry about the talk button. Okay. Which one's looking worse?
They are both terrible.
I'm gonna go for this one.
And DM, I think you may have accidentally deleted the one wisp that was in the turn order.
I did, but I know that the wisp go right after Ember.
Yeah.
So, okay, Ember, roll to see if you hit. Are you attacking recklessly?
I'm gonna do bonus action Storm Aura, and then I will recklessly attack, yes.
Okay, so everybody take their 3 damage. One wisp is going to blink out.
Ow.
And 11's going to miss.
Okay, I'll try one more time.
A 26 will hit.
Yay. Damn.
And that wisp will go out. You just... Go ahead.
I said, well, okay then.
Okay, and as you strike down this last wisp in a large, or I shouldn't say large, in a moment of just epic rage and anger and just, you killed me, I kill you, y'all all hear the woods begin to move.
Oh, God, credit.
And the woods begin to move. I was like, what does that mean?
Oh, fun.
Quite literally, the woods begin to move as what looks like a tree walking on 2 legs with stones and other bits of muck and rot, just making up this mass of a creature, storms out. Does anybody speak Sylvan?
No, but I can cast Comprehend Languages.
Does he say, I am the Lorax, I speak for the trees?
Damn.
Yes.
It would be
You have angered the Lorax. You have angered the Lorax. Prepare to die. But that is where we will pick up next session tomorrow at noon.
Oh, no. I'm good to keep going. Everyone else?
So
good to keep going.
So thank you, everybody that's tuned in and watched. Thank you to everybody that has donated. Team Bonus Action will be back at noon tomorrow, and we will play to sometime around 6. Central Time, yes, Central Time. So, again, thank you. Always remember to wash your hands and to social distance. Don't forget to love each other, and to quote Kyle, because he's not here to say it, don't let your meat loaf.
Don't let your meat loaf.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much, and y'all have a good night.
Good night.